Hey there, welcome. This is MikeMoore. Today I have a quick video to show you guys the progress we're making on the Fallout Factory mod, leaning towards calling it WISP, which stands for Wasteland Industrial Settlements Project, but for now we're just going to call it not Factorio because we haven't decided on a name yet. The first thing I want to show you in this mod is all these machines in this building here. You will notice that none of them are running, even though they're making sound because this is stupid. But they're not doing anything, right? Nothing's going through them, nothing's being produced. And that's because these generators, they require fuel. Generators are not perpetual energy machines like Bethesda would have you believe. They actually require some kind of fuel going into them to make power. But Mike, you now respond, does that mean I have to put fuel in every individual generator? To which I reply, fuck no. We're not masochists. When making this kind of mod, there's a very delicate balance between making things too simple and making things too complicated for the sake of making them complicated. We want you guys to have a reason to get resources, like farm corn or mine rocks or that kind of thing. But we don't want you guys to be doing that all the time, like you are right now, going out to find pipe rifles and breaking them down for copper so you can make one more shitty little engine, okay? So what we've done is we've made these fuel tanks here, and what you can do is you can put, it won't be oil when we're done with it, but right now it's oil. So you shove a whole bunch of oil in, and the generators start consuming the oil, and things start running. Cool, so now let's start moving on one by one and looking at what everything does here. So first we've got this vacuum hopper, which is just vanilla contraptions workshop, and it's taking tomatoes or potatoes out of the chest we've got here, and it's putting them through this biomass processor. Later on, it's not just going to take tomatoes and convert them one-to-one into oil. For now, that's the easiest thing because I'm just showing you guys how it works. Later on, it's going to refine like very specific items into biomass or biofuel, that kind of thing, and like tomatoes will give you a very small amount, so you need like 10 tomatoes to make 1 unit, or corn will make like 5 units, or corn will take 1 to 5 units, that kind of thing. You can throw a body in there. I don't know, you do what you want, but later on it's going to be a little more complicated. This is just the easiest way to do it. The oil comes out this side and it gets shoved into an inserter, which goes into our fuel silo, constantly making more and more fuel to power the generators. Obviously this little source of potatoes will run out eventually, but right now we've got enough power to show you guys what's going on here. So next we're going to go over here, and you will see that there's a low quality miner, and out of this low quality miner comes rocks. There we go. Unrefined ore. And into the sorter it goes, and since it was ore, it goes into this macerator. The miner can also bring out stone, which just gets sorted straight into this conveyor storage, because we don't use stone right now. Later on, we're going to break stone down into things like niter or potassium or phosphorus, that kind of thing, but right now you don't have to worry about that. Those resources will be used for making synthetic fertilizer and gunpowder and that kind of thing. So these ores go straight into this macerator, which then grounds up the ores into gravel, and the gravel goes into this smeltery. And you'll see there's 2 copper gravel in there right now, and it comes out as a copper bar. The copper bar then goes through a sorter and heads into this guy because it's just a big old chest full of things that we've created here. Now you'll also see, there's probably not any in there right now, but you can get iron gravel, because we all know that steel is not an ore that can be created. But iron can be put through a steel worker, which refines the iron further into steel. But you can also just take the iron and put it into a chest if you want, because iron will have a few uses that aren't in the game right now that are going to be in this mod, because iron isn't actually a thing in the game. So yeah, it goes through here, it gets refined into steel, and you can use steel for all the things you would normally use steel for. So that's pretty cool. Also, would you just look at these fantastic jars? Just look at that. Look at that beautiful jar. They're just great. Jars. I love jars. Jars are good times. So that's about it for what I've got to show you machine-wise, but if we head outside, you will have noticed that there were a few saplings at the start of the video. These are no longer saplings, they're trees. If you go into this menu, you'll notice I can't scrap these trees. So how do you cut them down? You punch them. You punch them with a gravity fist. And they fall down, and you get these beautiful custom log meshes that I made. They're great. Sometimes you get a sapling out of them. But yeah, we wanted to make it so you actually get wood out of trees, because you use so much wood in the game when you're building like structures and that kind of thing, and it's just like, it's a pain in the ass to go out and find like fucking chessboards. Really, Bethesda? You take a bunch of chessboards and turn them into a building? That's a lot of fucking chessboards, Bethesda. No, I wanna cut down fucking trees. So that's what we're doing now. We're gonna add a whole bunch of different farming things. There's gonna be a whole bunch of new crops. Some of them are used for biofuel, some of them will be used for food, and there will obviously be a variety of different kinds of trees, and you can cut them down into a whole bunch of different kinds of wood, and you can use those for building. So that's the idea, that's what we've got so far. No mod release this week, no tutorials this week or next week. Janos and I have been working pretty hard on this, and we want this to come out as something you guys will enjoy. So we're going to take our time and just iron out all the kinks that we've got with this. There is quite a few right now, but it's going to be fun when it's released. And I also got permission from the guy that made the pump action animations to use that in the hollow rifle. So hollow rifle is a go. I'm gonna make that crazy hollow rifle lair combination that I was talking about making in my last video. So that's pretty cool. I'll keep making progress videos as we get further and further into this, and show you guys some of the custom meshes I'm making and some of the new machines we've made together. And, before I cut this off, this is a miner. It's not going to look like this when it's done. It's going to look like a drill or something. Just in case any of you were criticizing that. We're making custom meshes. But anyway, yeah, with that said, that's about all I've got going on right now. So I believe we're going to part ways, and thanks a whole bunch for keeping up with this mod, and we'll be seeing you soon. Later days.